This is the story of one of those girls. This is the story of Sheila Anderson. 2 years ago, Sheila won a beauty contest. The prize for winning the contest was a trip to Hollywood and a part in a motion picture. Hollywood, glamour, fame, and fortune. All this stared Sheila in the face. She felt that she was the luckiest girl in the world. But she told herself she was going to be sensible and keep her feet on the ground, that she wasn't going to let Hollywood get the best of her. She started work on the picture. She found a girl to share a small apartment with her, and she settled down and prepared to take things as they came.
Hello. Hi, you're late. Did you have any luck?
Well, I got the job. You know, I think moving in with you must have changed my luck. I've had more jobs since I started rooming with you.
I hope it continues that way.
So do I. How's the picture coming?
I guess we'll finish it next week. But it's going to be pretty bad. I'll probably win the Academy Award for being the world's worst actress.
Oh, you're just being modest.
I got some more stills today. Would you like to see them? Hello, Helen. This is Sheila. How would you like to see the pictures? Yes, they have it finished. They're going to show it in the studio projection room tonight. Well, Wallace said it would be all right for you to come if you want to. All right, I'll meet you at 7:30 in the projection room. I'll get a pass and leave it at the gate for you. All right, goodbye.
After seeing the picture, Sheila knew that she should go home and forget about acting. But like almost everyone else that comes to Hollywood, she stayed.
Come on, kid. Snap out of it. Things are going to work out all right.
But it's 4 months since I finished the picture. I've been to every studio in town. No one will talk to me. Can't even get a job as an extra.
You've got to be patient. You can't expect to become a big shot overnight. Sometimes it takes years.
You're a fine one to be giving me a pep talk. You haven't worked yourself in a month.
Yes, I know, but someday I'll get a break, and until I do, I'm going to be satisfied with the way things are.
I know, but I've spent all the money I've got. I'm just about broke. I think I'll forget about being an actress and try to get a job as a typist or something.
Say, I've got an idea. Why don't you try modeling?
What?
Modeling. There's pretty good money in it. You wouldn't work steady at it, so you'd still have time to keep in touch with all the studios.
How could I be a model? Besides, I wouldn't like standing around without any clothes on in front of a bunch of screwy artists.
Oh, I don't mean that kind of modeling. I mean photographic modeling for commercial photographers. You know, posing for magazine advertisements.
I wouldn't know the first thing about that kind of modeling. How would I know where to go to get a job like that?
Here, you can get the addresses out of the phone book. Then go around and see them, the same as you do when you're looking for picture work.
Good morning.
Are you Mr. Davis?
Yes, what can I do for you?
Do you use models?
Yes, sometimes.
Could I leave my application? I don't suppose you need anyone right now.
Well, I don't know. I do need a model. Maybe I could use you. Come in here, I'll show you what I want. You see, I make pictures for a calendar company, or I should say I make pictures and try and sell them to a calendar company. Sometimes I sell them and sometimes I don't. But anyway, here I have an idea I think I can sell. Would you mind standing over there, please? Could you take off your hat? Would you mind raising your dress a little, please? You see, I want to have a beautiful girl lying in the hay taking a sunbath.
You mean the girl won't have any clothes on?
That's right.
Oh, I don't think I could do that.
No, why not?
I don't know. I'm silly, I guess, but I don't think I could do it.
Well, okay, whatever you say. Here's a mirror.
I'm sorry, but thanks anyway.
Well, if you change your mind, come back and see me.
Goodbye.
Well, back again?
Did you get a girl yet?
No, not yet. Did you change your mind?
I guess so. I need work so badly. That is, if you still think you can use me.
I think so. Just step in there. You'll find a robe hanging on the wall. All set?
I guess so.
Just stand here a minute. Will you slip your shoes off? Now, let's see. Slip your robe off, please. Now just lie down and cover yourself with hay.
Is this all right?
Almost, but take a little of it off. Will you raise your arm a little, please? Now, just hold that for a second. That was fine. Now, I'd like to get one more.
After the first job, she began to get other jobs. She didn't realize much out of them because she had to spend most of what she made for clothes. But she worked quite a lot, mostly for photographers who did photographic illustrations for advertisements. She modeled for all kinds of pictures, hats, shoes, underwear, just about everything you could think of. But after a few months, this work began to play out. The photographers wanted new faces, and can get new faces without any trouble, because there are so many girls in Hollywood looking for work. From every studio, she heard the same thing. No work. Nothing today. Sorry.
Mr. Davis, at the studio where I got my first job, was a young photographer who would use me at all anymore. And although I didn't like to work for him because of the type of pictures he made, I couldn't afford not to. The last job I did for him was a series of pictures to illustrate a story in a cheap magazine. Is that what you want?
That's fine. Just a minute now. Will you get back in position, please? Mr. Owen, will you step in place? Step back just a little. That's fine. Hold it. Okay, that's it.
You mean that's all?
Yes? How did you like being tied up?
Oh, it wasn't so bad. Will you hand me that robe, please? Thanks.
Well, kid, I've got bad news for you. I'm going to leave you.
What?
I'm going back home.
Why, Helen, I thought...
Why don't you go home, too? This town's no good for either of us.
I wish I could. But I can't.
Funny when you think about it. How many girls are willing to throw their lives away for a chance at Hollywood? And there's nothing here that anyone with any brains would want. A lot of greed and envy. Everybody trying to outdo everybody else. And if you did get on top, what good would it do you? You couldn't make enough money to buy happiness in this town.
And when you think about it, there's no fun to being an actress either. I worked my head off making a picture that now I'm ashamed for anyone to see. When are you planning to leave?
As soon as I can get away. In a day or so, I guess.
So Helen left. Alone, broke, her clothes almost gone, Sheila was desperate. She walked her legs off trying to find work. When Sheila won the contest, she thought a trip to Hollywood and the starring role in a motion picture was about the most wonderful thing that could happen to a girl. But now she feels it is the worst thing that has ever happened to her. We know we have no right to condemn acting or modeling just because Sheila hasn't been a success at it. But she has worked as hard as any girl could possibly work. And about the only thing she's gotten out of it has been a lot of heartaches and disappointments. Not one worthwhile thing has happened to her since she's been in Hollywood. There are many girls like Sheila who have tried and failed and have given it up as a bad job. There are many, many more who have tried and failed but haven't been able to give it up. For every girl who succeeds, there are thousands who fail. No sensible girl should be willing to waste her life on such a one-sided gamble.